Hey players, Friaza here, and today I'm going to show you how to use welds on Roblox using Roblox Lua. I've actually made a tutorial on this before, but I completely messed it up. Well, I say completely messed it up, but I actually only made 5 letters of mistakes. In one line I put CFrame.Angles instead of CFrame.New, and that dramatically changes the effect. And I noticed that something was weird during the video, so I thought it was my imagination. So I experimented with it a little and then kept recording, and I didn't even notice. So I explained in a detailed way how to do something that wasn't very efficient, because it could only work in one axis and change the angles, but because I messed up, but normally you'd be able to easily change the angles of every axis and the C-frame of every axis, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. So without further ado, here's the remake of that tutorial. Delete this. First of all, you want to go into Roblox Studio Build Modes, and then go into View Explorer, View Properties, and View Output if you want. And then click in your backpack in the Players folder under your player name, and click Insert Basic Objects Script. And what I'm going to put here is code to insert a brick instance. So x equals instance.new part. I'll tag myself as player. No, player first. Player equals script.parent, which is the backpack, and the parent of the backpack is the player, which is me. So that no matter what your name is, it won't affect the script. It's always handy to do this sort of thing at the start of a script, otherwise you'll be tagging yourself all over the place, and when you actually want to use it in a game, you'll have trouble reconfiguring it, which will mean you'll need to retest everything too. And I'll parent that to player.character. Oh no, I won't parent it just yet because that can cause problems. x.size equals vector free.new 1 free 1 x dot top surface equals smooth x dot bottom surface equals smooth. These are like the textures, by the way, in case you don't know what this is. It's a string value which changes the bottom and top surface, which is down here of bricks, to smooth. If you go down here, you can change it to like glue, hinge, inlet, motor, smooth, studs, universal, unjoinable, weld, that sort of thing. So yeah, I've done that before though, so I'm going to go into detail. What else do I need? X dot brick color equals brick color dot new, and I don't like medium stone grey, so I'm going to change this to mid grey. X dot reflectance equals 0.3. But this isn't the main point. The main point is the actual weld itself, so that's just the brick that I'm going to be building to myself. So you can make like your brick whatever you want. You can put a mesh on it. I'd leave the mesh till later though, because that could deceive your perception of where the brick actually is. I'm going to name the weld W1. I like to name my welds like W and then the letter of like the weld in order of how many welds there are. Instance.new weld player.character. Another thing I usually do after tagging the player is I list C as player.character, because nobody wants to keep typing player.character when it's such a common thing to type. Weld1.part O equals weld1.parent. Weld1.part 1 equals the item you want to weld to the part O, X. I'll explain this bit briefly before going into the final line of this weld. This inserts a weld instance into the character and tags it as weld1. If you go into insert basic objects and then type weld while clicking on Okay, last time I did this in a tutorial, I said it wouldn't be here, and then it was here, so now that I'm actually trying to show that it's here, it isn't here anymore. Well, anyway, it was here before, trust me in that one. Anyway, it's an instance, that's all you need to know. So insert the instance of a weld, parent it to like whatever you want to weld item to. Like gluing a poster to the wall, like this is your wall and this is your poster. In this case I am going to weld it to my right arm because I don't want to weld it to my parents, I mean my character, because that would be stupid. It needs to be a brick, so right arm's a good choice. If you get the wheels backwards, then it can really mess up what's going on here, so you don't want to be like welding your arm around a brick. Then you'll see your arm spinning around and stuff. Anyway, final line, weld 1 dot co, or C0, sorry. Although CO is the right thing to say. Be sure you type this right. It's not the letter O, it is 0, the number. So weld 1 dot I'll put C1 actually. I'm not sure if it actually changes anything, but when doing some double checking I noticed that I'd previously put C1, but then I'd like somewhere along the line changed it to C0, so I'll put C1 equals CFrame dot from Euler angles X, Y, Z and 0, 0, 0. And here's where I made the mistake. Last time I put CFrame.Angles, but it is CFrame.new, but due to lack of sleep and reading this at the same time, I wrote angles. And then I got flustered and went with it with the tutorial because I knew there was something slightly odd, but I thought it was just my imagination and the lack of sleep. But once again, I apologise for that. CFrame.new. Do you ever type something that you've typed like 1,000 times and then suddenly think that looks weird when you type it? Anyway, CFrame.new 0, 0, 0. So yeah, this is the C-frame from the Euler angles, and be sure you type Euler right. And I'm not sure if the case sensitivity works because I've never actually typed it wrong, but I always put lower caps from, then capital E for Euler, and then capital A for angles, and then X, Y, Z, and caps lock, clearly standing for the X, Y, and Z axis in the free argument parameter here, where this will be your X axis on the angles, this will be the Y axis on the angles, and this will be the Z axis on your angles. So yeah, if your brick's facing the wrong direction, you'll want to change these to make it angle left or right, or yeah. And this is the position, kind of like an offset, so you can move it slightly down, slightly to the right, slightly to the left, up, down, yeah. So yeah, let's test this. Well, actually I want to remove this after a certain amount of time, so I'll put game.debris add item, open bracket, close bracket, X, comma, space, 5. What this will do is it will remove X after 5 seconds, allowing me to test it when I disable and enable the script. Oh yeah, I didn't parent it, did I? I'm always doing this. Yeah, I don't like parenting it till I've changed everything. So yeah, x.parents equals C. And there we go, and now I've got a wee metallic arm here. I'll change this to 1. And let's just mess around with this. Let's see what happens if we change 2 here on the Z axis. It moves in front of us, so now the brick is in front of us. But I don't want it to be in front of us, I want it to be below our arm, so let's change this to 2. So we know Z is in front and back. And X is down and up. So yeah, that must mean that yeah, I mean y is down and up, so that must mean x is what was it again? Left and right. And so I'm going to change that to 1.5 and put y equals instance dot new special mesh and parent it to x, y dot scale. Actually, I'll leave the scales as y v what's capital Y mesh type equals sphere mesh. And I'll put scales 1.5 actually. God, I'm clicking all the wrong places. Y dot scale equals, oh, my keyboard slightly to the side, vector free dot new 1.5 1.5 1.5. And now I should have a wee metallic fist on my hands. Epic. Now what I can do is ls equals, oh no, I'll put it after here. ls equals c dot torso left shoulder. Actually, I'll leave left shoulder, but what am I doing? It's on the right arm that I've welded it to, so I'll stick by that. rs co equals rs dot co times CFrame.Angles 0 0 minus 1.6 and back to normal. Whoops, my bad. I forgot, because I used debris, so there's not like a delay or anything, so yeah. Whoops. Wrong way. 50-50 chance, really. I'm always getting that mixed up. I know it's 1.6, but the one arm goes one way and the other arm goes the other way, so easy to get mixed up. Epic. Now what I'm going to do is just turn this into an attack. X dot shape equals ball, and I'm going to make the scale 0 0 0. F equals instance dot new fire x f dot color equals color free dot new 0.35 0.61. F dot secondary color equals color free dot new 0.35 0.61. F dot heat equals 0. Game get service chat. Oops. I'll leave that out for now, actually. Having a memory blank here. Wait, why am I going into that much detail anyway? That's stupid of me. I'm going to remove the debris line because that could mess this up. What I'm doing here is when you like weld things, you generally think of welding, you think of like weapons and stuff, so I'm going to quickly demonstrate that by here. For I equals 110 to end weight 0.1. Y dot scale equals y dot scale plus vector 3 dot new 0.1 0.1 0.1, and that'll take a second to grow. Also x dot back color equals pastel light blue. Transparency equals 0.25, and I don't want it to be reflecting anymore, so I can just remove that since it's reflecting by default. And what else do we need? That's about it. So what I'm going to do here is put weight 5, c.humanoid.walk speeds equals 90, and then below that equals 16. And now that X has been created, I'm going to run a function which hasn't been created yet, but I'll make it in a second. I'll call the function Friaza and X dot touch connect Friaza. Whoops. I was running it like my bad. And normally if you like want to run a function without like anything actually happening, you can just put like the function name like this. If you have a function named like slow down, you could put like this and brackets, and it would run the function slow down, which you could put like weight 5 and then tag your character, make them slow down after like a certain amount of seconds. So, for like functions that happen when something triggers it, it's the same as normal. Except it has to be after the item's created. So yeah, it's a common misconception that this needs to go to the at the bottom of a script, but it doesn't. It doesn't always need to be like one function and then this at the very bottom. You can call it after it exists. So, but one problem is you need to have it above the actual code itself. So yeah, the function Friaza part ends. I won't go into detail here, too much detail. Part.parent finds first child humanoid, and part.parent.name is not equal to script.parent.name, because I haven't tagged the player or character yet, because that is below this. Is not equal to script.parent.parent.name. Then, and end here, part.parent. Actually, I'll go a little fancier with welds and show you what else you can do with it. What I'm going to do is copy this code here. X dot transparency equals 1. Oh yeah, actually I'm also going to put X dot transparency is not equal to 1, and so that this will effectively disable it. Not a very efficient method, but whatever. X dot fire dot enabled equals false. And I'm going to call it x2, 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 f2, 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 f2 up here, and x2. I'm just like demonstrating what you can do with welds. This isn't like really important, so if you already know how to do welds, then you might want to just end the video here. But I'm going to show you how I like do the effects of my Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 game. 0, and instead of this I'll be parenting it to part.parent instead of our character, and instead of like our the weld arm, the right arm, I'll be parented to the part.parent's torso. What else do I need here? Just going to make sure that I haven't got X anywhere hidden up here. No. Easy to make a mistake here, so I'm being very careful. Excuse me. Oh well, that's fine. I guess I can put this then. 30, 0.05, no 40 actually. 25, 25, and 25. And normally I'd actually create 2 layers of explosion, like I'd weld it like a Rasengan clone, and then I'd like create another one which another blast which grows bigger and bigger and bigger to emphasize like. Anyway, part.parents.humanoid.health equals, I could just use take damage, but whatever. Minus 1, yeah, 1's good. Also, if part.parent is not equal to nil and x2 is not equal to nil, then else break end. This means that if anything goes wrong, it will simply like end the script, and like if the player like leaves the game rage quitting because you hit them with a Rasengan, no biggie, it will just break and that's that. Exercise equals 2. No wait, I want it to be 3. And with that, I should move it a little bit further down, so 2.5 should do the trick. Yeah, that should be fine, Pandabidozy. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to see more videos similar to this one. Once again, I'm really sorry about the incorrect tutorial I posted last time. I hope nobody learned wrongly from that. I feel really bad about that. I didn't notice it until later on as well. Well, goodbye players.